Welcome back to Charisar classes. I am Sagunachari Mudimoksham. Today is the locus topic, which is the first chapter of intermediate first year 1B paper. So for all intermediate first year students, 1A, 1B, there are two papers. In that 1B, in coordinate geometry, the first lesson is locus. From this, you will be asked one question for 4 marks. This is the 11th place in your question paper. So till 10 questions VSAQs you will be there, VSAQs will be there, and 11th question onwards you start with the SAQs. SAQs first question is locus question. Locus is the set of points which satisfy the given condition or conditions. Here from this locus some question will be given like this: find the equation of a locus of a point P such that the distance of P from the origin is twice the distance of P from A 1, 2. Here P is some variable point. We need to take P is some point, variable point, which is x1 comma y1. P is x1 comma y1. We need to start the question like this. The solution, first need to write the given point. So the given points, actually not point, given points. Given points are A 1, 2, and origin is given, origin O 0, 0. Now the second step we need to write is let the any point on the locus be P x1 comma y1. So we are taking one point P x1 comma y1. Now the next step is, the third step is given condition. What is the given condition? The given condition is the distance of P from the origin is, the distance of P from the origin, that is OP bar, which is equal to, from the origin is twice the distance of P from A. Twice means 2 times, that is 2 PA bar, like this. Here what are the formulas we use in locus? Generally we use in locus, the formulas are distance formula, area of triangle formula, and section formula. So here distance formula we apply. The distance formula is, we know that root of OP, O and P, x1 minus 0 whole square plus y1 minus 0 whole square, which is equal to 2 into root of PA, the distance between P and A, that is x1 minus 1 whole square plus y1 minus 2 whole square. Now, so here from both the side you can see the square roots. To eliminate or to remove the square roots, just you need to squaring on both the sides. Squaring on both sides. When you squaring on both sides, this root will be eliminated, and x1 minus 0 whole square, which is nothing but x1 square, plus y1 minus 0 whole square is that y1 square, which is equal to 2 square is 4, and this will be x1 minus 1 whole square plus y1 minus 2 whole square. The root, this side root gets cancelled. Now you can write this left hand side as it is, x1 square plus y1 square, and here 4 into, here x1 minus 1 whole square. X1 minus 1 whole square is in the form of a minus b whole square. This a minus b whole square expansion we take, that is x1 square minus 2x1 plus 1 plus y1 minus 2 whole square. It is also in the form of a minus b whole square, which is y1 square minus 4y1 plus 4, like this. Now you can write the LHS as it is, x1 square plus y1 square is equal to, now we need to multiply with 4 all the terms. Let's multiply here, 4x1 square and 4 into 2, 8x1, and 4 ones are 4, 4 into y1 square, 4y1 square, minus 4 4s are 16y1, 4 into 4, 16. Now we should get all the terms one side, means this x1 square plus y1 square will take to right hand side. Then what happens? From this you can write that 4x1 square you write down 4x1 square as it is. This x1 square, that side we are taking, that becomes minus x1 square, and after that plus 4y1 square we write here, and y1 square you take right hand side, that becomes minus y1 square. After that, what are the other terms? Minus 8x1 and minus 16y1, and here 4 plus 16, which is 20, like this, okay, which is equal to how much? 0. Now from here, now 4x1 square minus x1 square is there. So 4x1 square minus x1 square is 3x1 square, and here 4y1 square minus y1 square is there, plus 3y1 square, and minus 8x1 as it is, and minus 16y1 plus 20, which is equal to 0. This is not the required equation. What you need to do? We consider one particular point Px1 comma y1. Now we need to generalize this equation. Means we need to remove x1 and y1. We need to replace this x1 by x1 and y1 with x and y. So here you need to write, this is very important step, that is required equation to the locus of Px1 comma y1. Required equation to the locus of Px1 comma y1 is, we can write 3x square plus 3y square minus 8x minus 16y plus 20 is equal to 0. This is the required equation to the locus of Px1 comma y1. This will be given for 4 marks. In your question paper, this question place is 11th place. Gunshot question, compulsory question it is. Now let's see the second question. The second question is given from the locus. It is very important question. Previous years many times it is given. So that is, find the equation of locus of a point P such that Ps square plus Pb square equal to 2c square, where a comma 0, b minus a comma 0, and here condition is given. You don't need to concentrate on this. Okay, so now here the given condition is directly given. We don't need to write anything on our own. See how to start this question. First we need to write down the given points, that is given points are given points a comma 0 and b minus a comma 0. These are the two given points. Now we need to write the P point. So that is, let Px1 comma y1 be any point on the locus. So now we assume some point Px1 comma y1. And what is the given condition? The given condition is, Pa square plus Pb square is equal to 2c square. Now Pa square, the distance between Pa, it's a square. The distance between P and B points, and it's a square. Square of the distance is equal to sum of the squares of the distance is equal to 2c square. Now let's put the points P and A in this. So what is Pa? That is the root of P and A, that is x1 minus a whole square plus y1 minus 0 whole square. So for this again whole root and whole square, because Pa bar square. So now Pb square, that is square root of P and B, that is x1 plus a whole square plus y1 minus 0 whole square, that is whole square. And after the 2c square is as it is, like this. Now square and root gets cancelled, and here also square and roots gets cancelled. So what is left over? What are the leftover terms? The leftover terms are x1 minus a whole square plus y1 minus 0 is y1 square plus x1 plus a whole square plus y1 square, which is equal to 2c square. Now we need to expand this. So here a minus b whole square formula we consider. Here we use x plus a plus b whole square formula. That is x minus a whole square means you can write it as x1 square minus 2ax1 plus a square plus y1 square plus here x1 plus a whole square, which is nothing but x1 square plus 2ax1 plus a square plus y1 square is equal to 2c square. Now x1 square plus x1 square, 2x1 square, we can write 2x1 square minus 2ax1 plus 2ax1, we can cancel this negative term and positive term gets cancelled, and also y1 square plus y1 square, you can write down 2y1 square, and also a square plus a square, this is 2a square, which is equal to 2c square. The terms, these are only the terms. Now here in the left hand side, when you see here 2, 2, 2 and 2 is common, when 2 is common you can take 2 common, which is x1 square plus y1 square plus a square, which is equal to 2c square. From both sides you can cancel 2. So what will be the remaining term? What are the remaining terms here? The remaining terms are x1 square plus y1 square plus a square, which is equal to c square. Now we need to write the required equation to the locus, that is the last step. The last step is, therefore the required equation to the locus of px1 comma y1 is, that is, we remove x1 and y1, we replace by x and y, that is x square plus y square and plus a square minus c square we are taking to left hand side, that is minus c square is equal to 0. This is your required equation to the locus of P. Now third question, this third question is given that find the equation of locus of P if the line segment joining 2, 3 and minus 1, 5 subtends a right angle at P. Now these 2 points we need to take it as A, and B need to assign the point P as x1 comma y1. Let's start this question like this. The solution will be given, let the given points be, let the given points be A, first point, that is 2, 3 and B minus 1, 5. B minus 1, 5, and we need to take the point P as x1 comma y1. You can write let any point on the locus, any point on the locus be P x1 comma y1. This is the locus, point on the locus. Now the given condition, what is the given condition? Given condition, the given condition is, here this A and B points are subtends a right angle at P, means angle APB is equal to 90 degrees. Angle APB equals to 90 degrees, and with this you can form a right angled triangle like this. If you draw this like this, so here this is point P and this is point A and point B. APB is a right angle triangle. This APB is a right angle triangle where the right angle is at P point. Okay, so now we can also write that triangle APB is a right angled triangle. Right angled triangle. Okay, in right angle triangle PAB, here AB is the hypotenuse and AP is one side and PB is another side. AB square, that is hypotenuse square, AB square is equal to AP square plus PB square. This is actual condition now. That is, when right angle is at P, this triangle AAPB becomes a right angle triangle. in which AB is the hypotenuse and AP and BP are two sides. So, square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides according to the Pythagorean rule. Now, AB square means you can take A 2 comma 3, B minus 1 comma 5. So, you can write it as root of minus 1 minus 2 whole square plus 5 minus 3 whole square, and for this whole square, which is equal to AP square. P is x1 comma y1, A is 2 comma 3. So, that is nothing but root of x1 minus 2 whole square plus y1 minus 3 whole square, this is whole square, and plus PB square. You can also write the PB, that is nothing but P is here x1 comma y1 and B is minus 1 comma 5. So, here x1 root of x1 minus of minus plus 1 whole square plus y1 minus 5 whole square, y1 minus 5 whole square, and for this whole square. Just we apply the distance formula for all these three. Now, squares and root, square and root will get cancelled. So, what is the final? That is minus 1 minus 2, which is minus 3. Minus 3 whole square is 9 plus 5 minus 3, 2 square is 4, which is equal to what you can write, x1 minus 2 whole square plus y1 minus 3 whole square plus here root and square gets cancelled, and x1 plus 1 whole square plus y1 minus 5 whole square, like this. Now, 9 plus 4, here 9 plus 4, which is nothing but 13, is equal to here x1 minus 2 whole square, which is a minus b whole square form. We can expand this by using a minus b whole square formula, that is x1 square minus 4x1 plus 4 completed, and y1 minus 3 same a minus b whole square formula, that is y1 square minus 6y1 plus 9, okay, plus x1 plus 1 whole square, which is a plus b whole square formula, that is x1 square plus 2x1 plus 1, and plus y1 minus 5 whole square, which is plus y1 square plus 10y1 plus 25. This is the expansion. Now, we need to simplify this, that is 13 is equal to x1 square plus x1 square, that is 2x1 square, y1 square plus y1 square, that is 2y1 square, and minus 4x1 plus 2x1, which is minus 2x1, and minus 6y1 minus 10y1, that is minus 16y1. Completed. X square terms, y square terms, x terms, y terms are completed. Now, constants we need to count. See, 4, here 9, 13 plus 1, 14. So, here you can also write 13 separate plus 1 plus 25 you write down 26. With that there is one advantage, that is 13 and 13 from both sides you can cancel. So, now, what we can write here, 2x1 square plus 2y1 square minus 2x1 minus 16y1 plus 26 is equal to 0. Is there anything common in this? Yes, 2 is common. You can take 2 common, that is x1 square plus y1 square minus x1 minus 8y1 plus 13, which is equal to 0. Now, 2 into this is equal to 0. Product of any two terms is equal to 0 means either first term equal to 0 or second term equal to 0. 2 is definitely not equal to 0. Therefore, what we can write from this, just x1 square plus y1 square minus x1 minus 8y1 plus 13 is equal to 0. Now, what is the final step? The final step is, therefore, the required equation to the locus of px1 comma y1 is x square plus y square minus x minus 8y plus 13 is equal to 0. This is your final answer. Okay. This question will be given for 4 marks. In your question paper, this question will be at 11th place, and it is many times it is given in our board exams. Question number 4. is given that find the equation of locus of a point, the difference of whose distance is from minus 5 comma 0 and 5 comma 0 is 8. Now, the first step in this solution, the first step is let the given points be. Let the given points be. First point we take it as A minus 5 comma 0 and B 5 comma 0. And we need to assume a point P on the locus. So we can write let P x1 comma y1 be any point on the locus. Any point on the locus. Now given condition, what is the given condition? The given condition is the difference of whose distances from A and B is 8. That is, we take the positive difference, that is modulus of PA minus PB is equal to 8. This is the difference of whose distances from A and B is 8. Now, when you remove the modulus, then what we get? PA minus PB, just remove the modulus, you get plus or minus 8. Now, this minus PB you transfer to the right hand side. It becomes PA is equal to plus or minus 8 plus PB. Now, you need to squaring on both sides. SBS, that is PA square is equal to plus or minus 8 plus PB whole square. PA square is as it is, there is no change in this. Now here plus or minus 8 plus PB whole square, we expand, that is plus or minus 8 whole square is 64 plus 2AB, that is plus or minus 2 into 8, 16 plus or minus 16 PB plus PB square. Now get this PB square left hand side, that is PA square minus PB square is equal to 64 and 64 plus or minus 16 PB as it is, right? Okay. Now we can put the points in this, right? PA square, what is P? P is x1 comma y1 and A is minus 5 comma 0. So let's write down here. Okay. So PA square means x1 minus of minus plus x1 plus 5 whole square plus y1 minus 0 whole square, y1 minus 0 whole square, that is PA square minus PB square. So we can put it here. So there is no square root because here PA square is there, square and square root will get cancelled. So PB square, when PB square is there, that is minus of PB square. P is x1 comma y1 and B is 5 comma 0. You can write x1 minus 5 whole square plus y1 minus 0 whole square, which is equal to, what is that? 64 plus or minus 16 PB. 64 plus or minus 16 PB, like this. Now let's expand this one. x1 plus 5 whole square, which is A plus B whole square, that is x1 square plus 10x1 plus 25 plus y1 square, and this is completed, and minus, you can write down this x1 square, yes, x1 square minus 10x1 plus 25 plus y1 square, and this is equal to 64 plus or minus 16 PB. Now we open the brackets. Now we open this bracket and this bracket also, that is x1 square plus 10x1 plus 25 plus y1 square and minus x1 square, here minus of minus plus 10x1 and minus 25 and minus y1 square is equal to, suppose 16 if you take common, what it becomes? 16 4s are 64, so 4 plus or minus PB, like this we can close it. Now x1 square can be cancelled with minus x1 square and y1 square will cancel with minus y1 square, and plus 25 will get cancelled with minus 25. That is 10x1 plus 10x1. So 20x1 is equal to 16 into 4 plus or minus pb, like this. Now anything gets cancelled? Yes, with 4 table. This is 4 4s 16, 4 5s 10. Now we can write it as 5x1 is equal to 4 into 4 16 plus or minus 4 pb. Okay. Now let's take this plus or minus 4 pb left hand side and 5xy into the right hand side. That is minus or plus, it becomes plus or minus. If you are taking this side, minus or plus 4 pb, which is equal to 16 minus 5x1. Now again squaring on both sides, s b s, that is 16 pb square when you squaring on both the sides. So it becomes 16 pb square is equal to 16 minus 5x1 whole square. Okay. 16 pb square is there. Let's write down 16 as it is, 16, and pb square, you can write pb square again. P is x1 comma y1, b is 5 comma 0, that is x1 minus 5 whole square plus y1 minus 0 whole square, that is equal to expansion of 16 minus 5x1 whole square, that is 16 square is 256 minus 2ab, 2 into 5, 2 into 5, 10, 10 into 16, 160 x1 plus y1 square, that is minus 5x1 square, that is 25 x1 square. Now here also we need to expand, that is 16 into x1 square minus 10x1 plus 25, this one, and plus y1 square, which is equal to, we can write 25 x1 square minus 160 x1 plus 256. Okay, so 16, we need to multiply all these terms with 16, 16 into x square, that is 16 x1 square, 16 into 10 minus 160 x1, and 16 into 25, that is 400, 25 multiplication, already I have given the technique. Okay, 400 plus 16 y1 square. Okay, so that all the other terms we can get inside, that is nothing but minus 25 x1 square plus 160 x1 minus 256 equal to 0. Now anything gets cancelled from this, just we will see. So minus 160 x1 plus 160 x1, you can cancel these two, and is there anything else? That's it. So now here 16 x1 square minus 25 x1 square, that is minus 9 x1 square, and 16 y1 square, 16 y1 square, that's it, only 16 y1 square. So plus 16 y1 square, and minus 256 plus 400, 400 minus 256, that is 144 is equal to 0. Now let's take these terms to right hand side. So what it becomes, 144 is equal to minus 9x1 square, you can write 9x1 square positive minus 16 y1 square. Now this can be also written as 9x1 square plus, minus 16 y1 square is equal to 144. Now with 144 you can divide, that is 9x1 square by 144 minus 16 y1 square by 144, which is equal to 144 by 144. Both the sides we are dividing with 144. So what you can do, this 144 gets cancelled. 16 9 times is 144, 9 16 times is 144. So what we can write here, we can write that x1 square by 16 minus y1 square by 9 is equal to 1. Now we need to write the required equation to the locus. Therefore, the final step is therefore the required equation to the locus of px1 comma y1 is, we generalize this equation, that is x square by 16 minus y square by y square by 9, which is equal to 1. This is the required equation and it is a very important question.